Okay, so we are getting ready to start. So our first exercise we're going to do is an exercise called leg circles. So how we do that, we release, I'm going to start out with the right leg, I'm going to release that right leg, lock out the knee, point the toe up towards that ceiling, and I'm going to do a circle. If you're not used to doing it, just a very small circle is fine at that pace. Breathing out on the way up, breathing in on the way down. I'm going to do 10 of those, and that's John, who's doing his leg circles just over on the couch here at the moment, as Jen is filming this video. So very small circles, with the head on the floor, breathing out as you bring that toe up towards the ceiling, breathing in on the way down. And the rule of thumb for the breathing, and it's hard to get the breathing right, I'm going to stop at the top because I've done 10, I'm going to do 10 anti-clockwise now, and I'm going to talk you through the breathing as I'm doing them. 10, 9, and I'm doing them very small, and I'm doing that because I'm doing it for a beginner level, okay? If you're used to doing it, and you're used to coming to a few classes, then go a little bit wider, and if you're really used to doing it, well, that's for the more advanced, and you're going really wide. But for beginners, really small or a little bit bigger is fine. Just opening up that hip, getting used to that movement, okay? Getting used to the breathing. And the rule of thumb for the breathing is that we breathe out on the hardest part of any exercise and we breathe in on the easier part. And we're trying to squeeze and tighten those core muscles, pelvic floor muscles, as we breathe in and out, okay? So I've 10 done on each side there, 10 forward, 10 backward. I'm going to change you over the left leg, back out the knee, point the toe, 3, 2, 1, and off I go with small circles again. 1, 2, keeping that head on the floor all the time, 3, keeping the rest of the body as still as you can, 4, and as I breathe out each time, 5, I'm squeezing and tightening my core muscles, pelvic floor muscles, 6, and what it feels like to squeeze and tighten your core muscles, pelvic floor muscles it's, to be rude about it, it's the muscles you use when you go to the toilet to stop yourself from going to the toilet or stop yourself from breaking wind, which we're using a lot at the moment because we're eating a lot more and sitting on the couch more. And we're stopping at the top and do 10 anti-clockwise and 10, 9, the rest of the body is staying as still as possible, 8, 7, 6, nice and slow controlled, 5, John is enjoying the class as well, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and back down to the floor. So next exercise I'm going to do some glute bridges. So glute bridges, hands down by your side, head on the floor, keep the feet shoulder width apart, bring those heels in towards you, and you're pushing those hips up as high as you can, you're squeezing those glutes, engaging both glutes equally on both sides. Don't let that dominant side take over. Sometimes the dominant side takes over. Make sure you're squeezing equally on both sides, and then you're breathing out as you relax that bone back down to the floor. Breathing out on the way up, breathing in on the way down. So breathing out on the way up and breathing in on the way down. So getting ready, 3, 2, 1, and off we go for 1. Up, squeeze, engage, and back down to the floor. And 2, 3, up we go. Squeeze, engage, and back down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more is 10, and I'm going to relax back down to the floor. We're going to do 10 of each exercise today. Most of the time in my beginners Pilates classes we do maybe 10 to 20, but I'm only going to do 10 today. I'll leave it up to you, especially if you're a beginner. Maybe start off with 10 and then you can add more, maybe go up to 12 or 15 and then go up to 20. So I'm going to do 10 of those. I'm going to stretch, and I'm going to stretch my calf. And how I'm stretching my calf is I'm straightening out this right leg and I'm keeping it straight, no bend of the knee, and pushing that right toe down towards the knee, feeling a really deep stretch from the back of the calf. Very important to stretch, especially now that we're at home, a lot of us, not getting as much activity as we normally would. And we're going to hold that stretch for roughly about 30 seconds. So I'm going to change over, left leg, lock out the knee, point the toe, pushing that toe towards the knee, feel a really deep stretch in that left calf. And I'm going to relax that leg back down to the floor. So hold those stretches for about 30 seconds. Very important to hold those stretches to lengthen that muscle and for it to be effective. Next exercise, I'm going to do some double leg circles. We did single leg circles, double leg circles for beginners. I am going to bend the knees, join them together, hands down the floor, head on the floor, and I'm going to draw a circle with my knees, as if I'm drawing a circle with my knees like that, okay? Keeping that lower back on the floor all the time, breathing out on the way up towards the top, towards me, breathing in on the way down. So getting ready, 3, 2, 1, and off I go for 1. And 2, 3, 4, small circle if you haven't done before, maybe a bigger one if you have, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more is 10, and I'm going to stop at the top. I'm going to do 10 anti-clockwise the other direction in 3, 2, 1, and off I go for 10. Breathing out as I bring those knees up towards me, breathing in on the way down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm going to stretch again. I'm going to stretch that lower back by pulling those knees into my chest as much as I can. I can bring my head up to meet the knees, or I can, if I have any problem with my head and shoulders, or that stretch is hard on my head and shoulders, then I can place my head and shoulders back down on the floor and do that stretch this way as well. But I'm going to bring my head and shoulders up because I'm fine, my head and shoulders are fine. I'm really feeling that in the lower back. Big deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth all the time. And again, hold that for about 30 seconds. And we're going to go on to the next exercise. So next exercise is a glute hamstring bridge. So glute bridge, a little bit like the last one we did in this position. Hands down at your side, head on the floor, bring those heels in. And when we bring those heels in, I'm going to slide those heels down to where my toes are. And this time I'm going to work the glutes and the hamstrings together, okay? So 3, I'm going to show you first, example first. Up we go, squeeze, engage, and back down to the floor. 2, 1, and off we go. Up we go, squeeze, engage, and back down. And 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up we go. Squeeze, engage, engaging both glutes equally on both sides. Don't let the dominant side take over. 9, working both sides equally. And one more is 10. Breathing out on the way up, in on the way down, all the way back down. Again, if you want to do more of those, if you don't want to do 20 of those, that's fine. Do 10, do them right. Make sure they're 100% right, that you're going up fully. Squeeze and engage in those glutes, getting equal engagement on both sides and back down, breathing out on the way up, in on the way down. I'm going to do 10 now. Okay, and I'm going to stretch next. I'm going to do glute stretch next. So I'm bringing the heels in. I'm going to put my right foot on my left knee. I'm going to push that left knee in. I'm going to grab my right foot with my left hand, or my right knee with my right hand, and pull the leg in towards me as much as possible. Feel a really, really deep stretch, great stretch on my glute there. Haven't been doing it as much as possible since we've been in quarantine here. So really feel that great stretch at the moment. And again, we're holding that for about 30 seconds. Deep breath into the nose, out through the mouth. And then we're changing over, left foot on the right knee, pushing that right knee in, grabbing that left foot with the right hand, left knee with the left hand, pulling in towards the chest as much as you can, feeling a really, really deep stretch. That left glute, really feeling that stretch. I haven't stretched my glutes in a few days now. Shame on me. So, really feeling that stretch in that left glute. And again, about 30 seconds, hold, back down. Okay, next part of beginner's Pilates coming up in a few seconds.